Okay, welcome to part 2 of lesson 4.3. We're talking about expanded form. I'm on page 251. Please make sure that your name is at the top. Okay. And then again, this was just expanded form. So for number 4, 14 needs to be broken apart into 10 and 4. 23 needs to be broken apart into 20 plus 3. And then you need to add down and across. The same thing on number 5. All right. Let's look at number 6. So hit pause if you need to finish 4 and 5. Let's hit 6. Chris read 15 pages of his book. Tony read 4 more pages than Chris. How many pages did Chris and Tony read? So Chris read 15 pages of his book, and Tony read 4 more pages than Chris. Now, does that mean that Tony read 4 pages?
No.
No, you have to read that really carefully. Tony didn't just read 4 pages, he read 4 more pages than Chris did. So how do we find out how many pages Tony read? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? Absolutely. We need to add 15 and 4. Okay. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That gives me 19. So Tony read 19 pages and Chris read 15 pages. Now what do we need to do? So this is what Tony read, and we know that Chris read 15. Now what do we need to do with these two numbers? Now we need to add these together. We're going to add 19 plus 15. Okay? And we can do it in expanded form, or we can do it using some of the other strategies that we have learned. We could solve it using compensation like we did yesterday, okay? And with compensation, remember, we pick the addend that is closest to the next tens number, which would be what? 19. 19 is 1 away from 20. 19 really wants to be 20. So he's going to say, 15, can I have one of you? And 15 is going to say, okay, fine. So we're going to subtract 1 from 15 and add 1 here. All right. So that's going to give you 20 plus 14. And I'm going to let you finish that on your own. And we need to answer our complete sentence. So it says, how many pages did Chris and Tony read? So we're going to write Chris and Tony read blank pages, period. Okay. Okay, let's move on to number 7. It is a math on the spot. Right? It says Julie read 18 pages of her book in the morning. She read the same number of pages in the afternoon. How many pages did she read? So if she read 18 pages in the morning and she read the same number in the afternoon, that would also have to be 18 pages. So what do we need to do to answer this question? Yes. Yeah, we need to do 18 plus 18. Now, do you want to solve that using expanded form? Should we do it that way? Should we say, okay, 18 is 10 plus 8 and 18 is 10 plus 8? So that's going to give me, if I add down now, what's 8 plus 8? 16. What's 10 plus 10? 20. So then you can solve that. And that's what would go in there. Now remember, our complete sentence is, how many pages did she read? Or that's the question. So we'd say she read, remember, the end of our question is usually going to be our sentence starter. She read blank pages, period. Now notice on expanded form that when we do it the expanded form way, we have to write the problem vertically like this. Whereas the other strategies we've learned so far, the problem is horizontal like this. Okay. Let's move on to the back. It says, write or draw to explain. Len has 35 baseball cards. The rest of his cards are basketball cards. He has 58 cards in all. How many basketball cards does he have? This sounds like a mystery number story to me. All right. So he has 35 baseball cards. Okay. And do we know how many basketball cards he has? We don't. That's going to be our mystery number. So we're going to do plus with a box. But how many cards does he have in all? Everybody. He has 58. So we've got to figure out that 35 plus something is going to give me 58. Now, knowing what we know about fact families, okay, we know that in addition are add-ons trade places, but that's not going to do us any good here. But in subtraction, what is a related subtraction problem to this? What's a subtraction problem we could use to solve this?
58 minus 35 equals 4.
Oh, yes. 58. And I'm actually going to write this one vertically. I'm going to say 58 because remember my sum becomes my minuend. 58 minus 35 equals box. Now let's solve this. When we're solving this way, we have to start over here in our ones. What does 8 subtract 5? 3. What does 5 subtract 3? 2. Okay. Then we have to put that in and see if it makes sense. Does 35 plus 23, is that reasonable that that would be 58? If we did 30 plus 20 is 50 and 5 plus 3 is 8, yeah, that works. Okay. So the question is, how many basketball cards does he have? So we're going to say he, capital H, has blank basketball cards, period. Number 9 is not a tricky problem that's a two-step problem or has a mystery number. It just says Thomas has 17 pencils. He buys 26 more pencils. How many pencils does Thomas have now? That's just addition. So you can choose any strategy you want to so far to add those up. I'm going to let you finish that one on your own. Let's do our complete sentence. How many pencils does Thomas have now? Thomas has blank pencils now, period. And if ever you need more room to write, like maybe you want to solve this using expanded form, but you don't have enough room, always grab a piece of scratch paper. Okay? Teachers love to see your work. So also please don't erase your work. Even though you may think it makes your paper look sloppy, it doesn't. Teachers like to see your work. They like to see how you solved your problems. Okay, number 10 is just a simple expanded form problem. Sasha used 38 red stickers and 22 blue stickers. Show how you can break apart the add-ins to find how many stickers Sasha used. Okay, and if you want to do a complete sentence for this, you could say Sasha used blank stickers, but you don't have to because there's not a question. So just break these apart and solve it. All right. I hope that you have a great day. This is the end of lesson 4.3. Okay. Go back and watch it again if you're confused about some things. And I will see you soon.